Thank you, Provost Liss, for the introduction. And thank you, President Boudreau, for the exceptional leadership that you've shown in these unprecedented times. And thank you to all of the faculty and staff at City College for the resilience that you have shown. And most importantly, thank you to our amazing students for always staying so positive in the midst of crisis. Congratulations to the class of 2020. You did it. The moment's here and you have earned it. Remember the countless long nights that you've spent and the milestones that you've passed one after another. And now you're preparing for uncertainty, for new jobs, new endeavors, new people. And wherever you are going, you're not getting off at the same old 145th Street station waiting for the shuttle or 137th Street station. You are getting off at a different stop. Of course, there's no denying that our graduating class has had the short end of the stick. We've had to endure what no other class in history has faced. But it's precisely in these circumstances that I also have to take a moment to thank all of the frontline soldiers who have been fighting on behalf of all of us every single day. Our heroes in hospitals, in addition to all of those who have been out there keeping our world running, while many of us have had that luxury of being able to escape it. And I keep trying to think of the proper words that can capture their sacrifice, but I find myself at a loss. Some of them have sadly paid the ultimate price. As of today, over 100,000 Americans have died of COVID-19. As of today, every single one of us knows a friend or a family member who was sick, and some are still mourning their losses. There are no words that can describe that grief. And in addition, we've seen that there is another pandemic we must face. An explosion of frustration and anger as our painful and reprehensible American history of injustice and oppression against the African American community continues, time and time again, continues to repeat itself. But out of all of this chaos, confusion, and heartbreak, there are lessons to learn. How is it that the rich capitalist nations that landed rovers on Mars, that built space stations, that competed in the art of creating weapons of mass destruction, how is it our nation, at one point, could not provide masks for its people, could not provide protection for the soldiers on the front lines, and could not provide equal and fair treatment and respect to everyone who dares so much as to walk these American streets? Capitalism failed the test, but no predetermined system is the answer. So the question is, how do we create a system that is inherently more just? A system that is more compassionate and less discriminatory. A system that can care for the most vulnerable among us, for the communities that we have seen time and time again suffer disproportionately in times like this. And I'm here to tell you, I have no idea how we can do that, so don't get me wrong. But I will tell you that it's our job now. It's our job to figure that out. So this pandemic, these pandemics, although mortifying, must not be paralyzing. They have served as mirrors into the real internal structure of our society. We should draw the lessons from them. We should recognize that what each of us does matter. We do not have the luxury of dreaming of a life without worries or pains. And this is not a call for pessimism. It is a call for action, a call for us to continue to move forward, continue to have dreams and dream big, continue to seek happiness and believe in ourselves and each other, continue to look out for each other, and fight for what we believe in. Continue to have faith in good, because that good is real, and that good will prevail. We cannot give up when we see corruption. when we see entire systems fail, when we see politicians pretend to be doctors, when we see corporations try to take advantage of the vulnerabilities of people. This is not the time to give up. To the contrary, this is a turning point in our lives, and for sure, it is a defining moment. We are going to have to be the generation that finally takes on the serious task of dealing with and solving our global issues. Because what happens in a small town, a village, or lab anywhere in the world should matter now more than ever. Our vision can no longer be confined to the American dream. We must begin to think of a collective dream, a global dream, if we're to ensure that a disaster like this does not come crashing into our lives again. And this requires a change in how we see this precious world of ours, that we're all connected, we're one community, a global community. And this is the only way for humanity to survive. And it's not an easy thing to do. It is not an easy mission. But whether we like it or not, it is now our mission. And I have not the slightest doubt in my mind that this class, the class of 2020, with everything that we've already been through, is ready to take on that mission and carry it forward. Thank you to all of you, and good luck as you begin this next chapter of your lives.